evening, adventurers and explorers. Welcome to Mistress Winter's Court. I am your humble Game Mistress Winter. You can find me at gmistresswinter on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you all for being here for yet another exciting episode of The Facite. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back and thank you for your continued support. We really appreciate you and hope that we can continue to keep you coming back for this wonderful story and entertainment that we're putting on for you. If you are a newcomer, welcome and thanks for checking us out and seeing what we have to offer. Let's go ahead and meet our amazing delvers if you've never been here before, starting with Abby.
Hey everyone, I'm Abby Marie Carter. I play Ahira. If you want to get in contact with me, I'm on Instagram at Abby_Marie_Carter. I'm in the chat as Abby Marie Carter, and I'm on Mistress Winter's Discord at Abby Marie Carter. Yeah, I can't wait to get into it tonight and see what trouble or not that the Delvers get into tonight.
Me too. Who are you passing it to?
Oh, sure. Joey.
Okay. Hi, I'm Joey. I play Delphinium or Finn on Monday nights. You can find me at Prince Perry Pastille on Twitter and TikTok, and sometimes I play another character who's currently on hiatus. That's about it.
Well, we are always glad to have you and are grateful that you are a mainstay here on our channel. Who are you passing it to?
Joe.
Well, hello, I'm Joe. I play Serana, and yes, I have a glowy flower crown on my skull right now. It's great, and I keep.
Go ahead, Dennis.
Hi, I'm Dennis. I screwed everything up and then I fixed it all. We'll hope it stays fixed.
We're
Hi,
MacGyvering
I'm Dennis.
it.
Yeah, got wires back here trying to connect the right ones. I run the OKSDM YouTube channel, where I make mistakes running TTRPGs so you don't have to. Lately, I've been very busy scheduling many different games of sagas. My new system that Winter has been so kind to help me with the development and other things on. We are going to be streaming, I want to say I'm streaming upwards of 25 different games in the next 2 months. Throughout July and August. I'm super excited. All the settings are different. All the casts are different. We're gonna see some familiar faces there, and also hopefully some unfamiliar ones, because like there's so many people applied to the casting call. I'm elated. So that's me, and that's what I'm doing. Back to you, Winter.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Yeah. Let's save any further announcements for the end of our show, and let's roll into tonight's episode of The Facite, Stories from Parasande. And welcome back. Last time on The Facite, the Delvers were pleasantly rewarded for their efforts in saving the lives of fellow delvers and locals who were caught up in the terrorist attacks that hit the Facite the previous day. Pulling their ideas together, they have decided to build a network using their contacts and allies to create a information network, or spy ring, if you will. And they have started that undertaking. So I believe where we left off, they had been invited to Kiberly's hearth for the evening.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. That's why
Going
I added it
your
to the recap.
girlfriend's house. Let's go.
The girl's house in the middle of snow.
Ooh, speaking of, what's the weather like?
Ooh,
Cold.
good call.
It's always
Uh,
cold.
It is always cold, but there are so few instances of, like, say, frostbite or ill health effects dealing with the cold. It's kind of like going or moving to a really warm place. Just the opposite.
Moving to a really cold place.
Yeah.
Sure. So are we going to Kiberly's hearth now? Is that where we left? What we're doing?
That, I believe, was up to you. When we left off, you had left the inn. I think you were going to help the collector.
Right. I do remember that. Oh, but he wasn't. He'd been like moved out of the Facite, not the
Yes,
Facite.
you're correct.
The Delver's Nest.
And his
To recover.
study was a disaster.
Yes.
Do we actually meet him, or had we yet to do that?
You had not yet.
Okay, I thought we had something that might be before Kiberly's.
We spoke to Peacekeeper Callum about the guard tower explosion.
And got protection for the people that joined the Threadchasers, or spy ring.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we did do that. All right.
All right.
So, on to Collector Hesed.
Do we know where he is?
He is staying with the museum's curator. Topside.
Oh, that guy loves us.
Mm.
I don't know if he loves us. He certainly rewarded us.
I don't think he likes us at all.
Tolerate's a good word.
Yeah. Well, okay. A hero will kind of follow everyone else when we head to Collector Heston, because she doesn't entirely know where she's going.
All right.
Okay.
What do we know? What do we have that can get the collector on our side?
They do know about the stolen control rod and not the details, but roughly that it is a magic device and very important. I think saving the world's a good reason.
But is that enough for him? Don't really know any of his motives. We don't know what he wants.
He's a collector. He collects things.
Now that I'm thinking about it, do we really need to tell him about the Threadchasers? He's always been very forthcoming.
That's true. He never really questions what we're doing or what we need or why we're asking so many questions.
As we're on our way walking through the snow, Archie will just stop in his tracks, hesitating whether we should go to the collector at all. I don't know if it would be any safer for him to know about this organization.
And you're the closest with the collector. What do you think? Do you want to bring Collector Hessedin into the know about it, or would you rather we leave him out?
I think that he mentioned some other time, but he has been a very good ally. We have his trust. He's always answered our questions to the best of his ability. I suppose the next time we come into contact, we could mention it as a kind of side thing. We still have a warrant for that dig site.
Not that we need it anymore.
Not that we need
That's
warrants
true.
anymore.
Ah.
Just go wherever we freaking want.
At least in the Facite.
Well, we have to respect other people, obviously. That's a general rule.
Respecting people's good, usually.
Does this weirdly put us in competition with Mr. Frost?
Yes,
Sir Frost?
absolutely. He'll eventually catch wind of this. I don't know if he'll be able to connect us to it. Any luck, he won't.
I mean, Simon. I think it's easy.
Well, that's true.
It's kind of hard for us to blend in now. I mean, I could.
Yeah, you're good at that.
But my height won't change, so I'll just be a really tall looking different person.
I ever
Yeah.
mentioned how convenient and useful that's been? Like, through all of what we've been through, your ability to change your face.
Kind of born with it, you know. It's in my blood, so.
Is
It's no
there
biggie.
It's a helpful skill to have.
Yeah. I like being helpful.
So, maybe we just don't go to the collector.
I don't think he needed as much convincing as perhaps the Peacekeeper, whereas law is a very, very rigid thing. And to make sure he doesn't disapprove.
And if we ever catch wind of the collector being harassed again, we could probably pass that on to Peacekeeper Callum and he'd be able to protect him for us. I don't think he would be one to let that slide.
He also has
Usually you're not allowed to threaten people for the most part.
Right.
he has the assistance of the staff as long as he's within the Delver's Nest. Hopefully someone's keeping an eye out.
There's certainly plenty of delvers always around. Alright, well, if we're not gonna go see the collector, then I guess it's Kiberly's hearth early.
I'm sure she won't mind if she's there.
Should
I
be more punctual instead of early.
I mean, as long as she's there, I don't think it'll matter. The problem might be that I don't necessarily know what time she's going to be there because her wife told me that she often spends most days not there. But her wife knows who I am, and I would assume that Kiberly told her that she had invited us to dinner. So we should be expected. Maybe we should bring something.
Ooh, good
I don't
idea.
really know what they like. Maybe we can bring I don't know, something to drink or eat, or I don't really know. I've just heard that that's usually what people do. My maid, Delaware, would sometimes do it for people.
Question for the GM. Did we
Answer for the
last
player.
session we had that scene where we realized we were famous and everybody started buying us drinks, right? Did anyone buy us a full bottle of wine?
No.
Okay, dang it.
That would have been very helpful.
I know wine is usually a pretty good go-to welcome gift for housewarming or hearthwarming in this case. I have an idea of where we
So
can
we
get some.
should. Okay, let's go buy wine. And now that I think about it, I don't really know what they like. I don't really know what Kiberly likes.
I mean, gift giving, you just gotta hit the middle ground. Like, they don't have to super love it, but they also shouldn't hate it. So, like, whatever most people are gonna like, they'll probably like it.
Right.
Could be wrong,
Yeah.
but it's a good spot to go for the middle.
Is there wine that most people like?
I think most people like wine.
Okay.
I don't know if there's a specific vineyard that is the most popular in the area, but most people like wine.
Okay. Well, let's go find something.
All right. Are you going to a specific wine merchant, or are you kind of going to the general store and trying to see what you can buy?
Probably, I'd suggest a specific wine merchant.
Okay.
And we would try to get something that is expensive but not top shelf.
I will follow Archie's lead. I'm so very lost. The hero's very lost.
Sure. There is a wine shop. Kind of liquor, alcohols. They deal in all kinds of various alcohols and drinks and stuff like that. They have casks. They have bottles. They also sell by the glass if you truly want.
Get that one. I can't reach it.
I got it. You talking about this one?
Yeah, that one.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Take it up to the counter, and the well-dressed merchant, graying at the temples a little bit, but very well-dressed and put together. That is a fine vintage.
How
Would
much?
you? Oh well. That is a good question. Uh,
That's a good question.
very good question.
What do you mean? You weren't expecting us to go directly to a specific wine merchant? You didn't have one prepared with the full stock and prices?
Yeah, no, nothing like that.
Can't say that was on my bingo card for this episode.
So
it's not.
that is going to be that'll be 2 gold.
Very
And
well.
you would you like anything to pair with that? We have some very fine locally made desserts that would fit well with that particular vintage.
Ahira looks over at Archie.
Archie glances at Ahira and then says, "What would you suggest?"
Well, I would think that a sweet berry pie would fit well with a sweet berry wine. However, it's kind of redundant. So maybe something a little tart. Let's say possibly a raspberry cake.
That sounds delicious. We'll take both.
Wonderful. That'll be an additional 5 silver.
Is that okay for us to spend on?
Absolutely. I'll cover it.
Okay.
All right. Anything else?
Ahira will be the one to kind of take the wine and dessert that we've purchased and just kind of hold it in her hands. And she's very obviously starting to get nervous. And this is all very, very new. And she's just kind of standing there clutching the wine bottle, just like, do we go now? Or...
Yep.
Okay.
And when we get in the door, we'll present them with the wine and food.
Okay. Ahira will probably lead the way, since
Okay.
I think Kiberly told her where the hearth is.
Yes.
So, yeah.
It is in a cluster of other homes. They're designed fairly similarly in an almost octagonal shape, all centered around a large chimney that comes out the center. At the front door of each of the homes is a banner, usually homemade, handmade, painted and repainted as it wears out, unless you're rich enough to get it woven in. But they are almost like crests, as you would imagine on a shield. They've got pictures and animals and various iconography that detail the history of the house to some extent. There's, as you approach Kiberly's home, theirs is lined with music notes, with, it is a kind of a dark forest green with we'll say doves as the prominent animal.
Is this it, Adira?
That's the thing that Kiberly told me about. So
do you want me to check
this
and
is
see
the
if
one.
she's here?
I mean, I think I'm the only one that Izzy knows about too. Well, I mean,
No,
I would assume she knows our friends, but I can
try to send a
maybe.
message to her magically. See if she's home.
Oh, I mean, if you want to, but I think it's okay. Maybe. Is that a normal thing to do?
Well, I don't know. You just seemed worried about what would happen if she wasn't home, so I thought I'd give you this option.
I just don't know her wife very well yet. We've only met once.
And do you know how many? Is that the only other wife she has, or?
That's the only other partner that Kiberly has. Kiberly's wife has a partner, and I think they have kids.
All right.
They told me about this, but in my defense, it was right when we got back from the sealing the rift, and after Delalore left, and I wasn't in the best headspace, so I don't entirely remember.
That's all right. Well, we're ready
I should
when
go
you
knock
are.
now. Okay. And I'll walk up to the door and do like a timid little knock. Like almost like I don't want to actually be heard.
Okay. There is no response. Beyond the door, though, despite its thickness, you can hear sounds of life. Feet rushing this way and that. Things being shuffled around. Muffled voices calling to each other.
Can I recognize any of the voices? Do I hear Kiberly
Not
or
particularly.
Izzy's voice?
Yeah.
Okay. I will knock again louder this time, and this time I'll like accidentally go too hard, and it's like a really loud knocking, and I'll like startle myself and just like tense up.
Momentarily, the noises inside stop. Now, who could that be? And you hear footsteps approaching, and the door opens, and you look down to see Izzy. Oh, Ahira, you are really, really early.
I'm so sorry. We can leave if you need. We didn't really have anything else going on, and I brought wine and cake.
Oh. It's all right. We just didn't have everything tidied up yet. All right. Well,
We can help, or I can help. I don't want to
no,
volunteer my
no,
friends
you
for
are
anything.
guests. Now, come on inside.
Okay. And I'll walk in and just kind of like throw a look back to my friends and then just follow Izzy inside.
Archie's kind of wincing as he crosses the threshold.
Serana's just fucking going in, like, alright. Friends.
There, as you enter into this home, you are hit immediately by an array of different sensations. Very prominently are the smells of a herbaceous stew that is cooking over the hearth that sits in the center. So all of its fragrances just kind of wafting out with the wood smoke into the rest of the structure. There are sounds as they resumed from your entrance. These couple of small goblin kids chasing each other on the far side of the home, hustling over a toy or some other bauble. There are two other figures, people who sit near the hearth, preparing some food, like peeling potatoes, or one is sewing clothes by hand, and they look up as Izzy leads you in. All right, well, come in. Make sure to hang your cloaks. We don't want to get water on the floor now, do we?
Oh, not at all.
Around the hearth are a series of chairs, mostly used for dining or convening. So they're nice and padded. Beyond them are little sleeping areas that are curtained off, or the curtains are pulled aside, revealing a sorry, Siri decided to pull in on that one. Or the curtain is pulled aside and showing a neatly organized sleeping area that the person had put back together. Various articles or picture frames, things hung up on the walls, little artifacts of personal taste. The green that you saw on the banner kind of carries through the rest of the furniture, creating a bit of a theme in color as you enter in. All right. Now, do come over. We want to make sure that you get warm and get introduced properly. Izzy motions to the tiefling, who is sitting there kind of peeling potatoes. This is my partner, Krelicus. Hi, how's it going?
Nice to meet you.
And those little rascals are ours. And he points over to the couple of goblin kids. there's Aaron and Kiberly.
Okay.
He tries to point them out as best as he can as they're kind of like hustling and stuff. And this is our dear friend, Loth, and the darker-skinned elf just kind of motions at you as they continue sewing.
Can I see what they're sewing at all, like from my vantage point?
Looks like a pair of breeches. Smaller ones for probably the kids.
I will address Loth, you said the name was?
Yep.
And just like, the stitches are really nice. I know a little bit about sewing. It's lovely to meet you as well.
Just and continues.
Okay. I'll still be clutching the wine and cake as well.
Izzy kind of motions to the hearth or over in the kind of plusher seating slightly closer to the wall, the door. You feel free to sit anywhere.
Thank you. Oh, I haven't made introductions to everyone. Have I?
Of course.
Well, Izzy, you know me. And then I'll look at her partner, whose name was
Krelicus.
I was close. Krelicus. And I won't really bother with the kids because they're clearly not paying attention to us. I'm just like, I'm Akira. These are my friends, Archie, Finn, and Serana.
Lovely to meet you. I'm Izzy. I'm Kiberly's wife, and Metamor to, well, Akira now, I guess. Yes, welcome to our hearth.
Thank you. It's a lovely home.
Oh, thank you. As Krelicus, our Calabar, is very keen on keeping the home operating well.
Are you sure you don't need anything? I was kind of raised in this type of environment, and this feels very familiar to me. So,
well, yes. Yeah. I mean, there's always something to do, isn't there? Though I bulk at having our guests doing any of our chores. But if you're insistent, you could stir the stew occasionally.
I can do that.
Okay. So please have a seat. Kiberly is not here just yet. She was doing some early morning in performances, and should be back here soon. She was really hoping to be here when you got here, but alas.
I'm sorry for being so early. I just thought that. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it, dear. You're part of this hearth now, so you are welcome anytime.
Thank you. I'll just kind of plop down in a seat and like, is there a table to like put the stuff down on?
A wooden counter that surrounds most of the hearth, except for some places where you can get in close and be able to put stuff over the fire. But yeah, there's kind of a counter that you can kind of sit at. Otherwise, there's a coffee table closer to the more like comfortable ouch pieces.
Okay, I will just continue holding the cake and the wine until someone tells me to put it down.
Krelicus will note that you're still holding these things and put down his potatoes and sorry, let me take care of that for you. And he'll take this looks delicious. We'll have to dive into this after dinner. And we'll take the pie and the wine from you and carry it over to kind of like a little pantry area where there's an ice box and little tables for food prep.
All right. I will sit down and just kind of sit there and not offer any conversation. It would be clear to everyone how uncomfortable I am. It'll be clear to not just my friends, but the hearth.
So, are all of you originally from here?
Yes.
No.
Very good. Where do you hail from? Motioning to Serana.
Cave? Really? Not super far, but far.
That sounds
Big?
yeah, I've got nothing.
No, I really remember. Angel's Rest. If you've heard of it, it's not. I don't know. It's complicated. I lived in a cave, but now I'm here. So.
And I hope happy tidings brought you here.
No.
No? Oh.
But she's
that's,
since found happiness since arriving.
More or less.
Okay. Well, that's something at least. No matter how happy the journey started out, it's nice that it's turned out well for you so far. Right. And getting the idea that you should probably move on. How about you? Motioning to Finn.
He kind of zones back in, just kind of staring off. I came from the forest. There's a little gnome community. Though I really call the observatory my home for the past few decades.
And what is the observatory?
It's a college, university.
Oh, you must be well schooled then.
Yes.
I can't say that I have much more than my basics under wing. I can read my letters and count on my fingers and toes, but beyond that, I can't say that I've delved into the world of books and reading too deeply. And Ahira, you're from Starlot, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm from the snowfields, but it's not a ways away, but it's a little bit away, but it's this is normal-ish, I guess.
Normal-ish.
I was very sheltered, so.
So So Kiberly tells me. I'm glad that you've made your way out into the world. I think it would be a far dimmer place without you in it.
Thank you. That's very kind of you to say.
Well, it certainly seems to make our Kiberly happy, and when she's happy, this place is alight with song and poetry, and yeah, it just makes it a nice, brighter day. And
She makes me happy too.
well, we hope that you will stay by our hearth for quite some time. How about you, Archibald? Correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Wonderful to meet you.
Oh, wonderful to meet you as well. And you said you're from here originally. Are you?
Well, the answer's a little complicated.
I hope you're. I'm not being too insensitive.
No.
Are you?
not
Are
at
you?
all.
Are you Gifty?
Yes.
Oh. I admit that I don't know many personally.
That's all right.
Right.
There aren't many.
Yes. It is great, I suppose, that we're able to recover you from the ice. You and some of your people.
Yes.
Right.
I think it's very interesting to see the world in a different state. Very eye-opening.
I can't even imagine. I kind of like scratches at one horn and yeah.
What about you? Where do you hail from?
Oh well, I moved to, or my parents at least moved to the snowfields when I was an infant. So I would have to say that I've called the snowfields my home for most of my life. Yeah. Though we grew up a little bit to the southwest. Yeah, in the farming country.
I can't say I'm familiar. I've never ventured out that far. At least not since my thaw.
Oh. Well, if I were to suggest anything, if you venture away from your waypoint here, I would say go up to Minx. The Sapphire City is a sight to behold. Feats of engineering, at least in how it was built, and just all kinds of different peoples, and yeah, it's worth the trip.
Make note. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I believe dinner's going to be a little while. Can we get you anything? Any water?
No, I think
or...
at least I've got everything I need.
Very well, very well.
I'm fine, thank you.
One of the kids runs up to Prelicus. Daddy! Yes, sweet Belle. I broke my toy. Well, then you should make sure you take care of it next time. But I need a new one. We will see when Festivus comes around again. I don't want to wait that long. Excuse you. We have company. It is not polite to complain.
I
And
will.
What sort of toy is it?
it's a. It's a little. It's a little puppet.
Okay.
I'll elbow a hero.
I will kind of look over and then kind of more pay attention and well, I guess I wouldn't know. So I'll speak directly to the child.
This is little Pip.
Little Pip. Okay.
Well,
I'll just
Pipley,
ask it.
Pip, but
Would you mind if I took a look at your toy? I might be able to fix it.
they look up, and just
guess.
You'll notice that like while they're largely they look like little goblin children, they do have like little sprouts of horns, like these little nubs, kind of poking out of their scraggly, curly black hair. Holds it out.
Like, I assume there's like a rip or like a piece that's been pulled off of the puppet.
Yeah, it's a little torn on one of the legs.
Okay. This is such an easy fix. If you don't mind, I can fix it for you.
Really?
I'm good at that sort of thing.
Carlicus just kind of watches the situation.
I will go into my bag and pull out a little sewing kit I always have on me, thread a needle and start to try and fix it.
Okay.
A little tear.
Give me a crafting.
Oh gosh. Been terrible to fail. If I fail, I will use a hero
I
point.
will cry.
The most important role we've had the entire campaign. Fixing the child's toy.
If you roll a nat 1 on this, you will be expelled
Where
from
is
this
it?
family.
Crafting.
The
It's
arm just
fine,
goes
it's
on
fine,
the head
it's
or
fine.
something.
So is it on the nose?
That's right.
18.
Okay. Yeah, it's so simple, like with a few strokes of your needle, and you happen to have a matching thread color. So you just like in a few seconds flat, it is good as new and does not look to have been ripped at all.
I'll, tie off the thread and put my needle away before reaching for the small child, and then present it to them and just, it's all fixed.
Kind of like snatches it back. And Carlicus, what do we say? Thanks. And like darts off. Finn, as you're sitting there watching this exchange, the other child has like sidled up next to you and placed a wooden toy in your lap and just stands there not saying anything.
Because she slowly picks up the toy.
It looks to be some sort of child's puzzle. It's a little, like, interlocked
Done.
wooden cube kind of thing.
Would you like... Or...
I think they want you to solve it for them.
I can do that. Start.
Give me an academia.
It's like a +12. It's a 5 plus... Pretty sure it's 12.
12, so 17. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a trifle to pull apart the various pieces and lay them out. And the kid kind of looks at it and picks up the individual pieces and tries to start putting them back together again. And seems to be struggling a little bit.
I'll gently offer help. Do you want me to show you how? Oh, okay.
And it, like, scoops up the pieces and scurries away with them, like, trying to put them back together.
Oh, very good.
All right.
This has been quite the vetting process so far. We've had a test of dexterity to fix the doll.
Yeah.
We've had a test of intelligence to solve the puzzle.
What now?
They're gonna ask us to do some sort of feat of strength, I'm sure. Carry the pot in or something.
Well, they could use some more firewood if you want to go out and cut them.
Well, I'm not gonna get it. I'd come back with twigs.
I'll go get the firewood. It's fine.
Serana, I can help you if you want.
No. I have the arms. It's cool. I'll go.
Okay.
Firewood.
Izzy will lead you outside to there's a little bit of an overhang on one side of the house that has a whole bunch of wood stockpiled under it. A lot of them are thick logs that need to be chopped down. If you would like to venture an athletics roll, let's see. How will you do?
Okay. Alrighty. Hold on. Okay. That is not great, and I will be using a hero point.
Okay.
This is important, okay?
Okay.
We gotta impress the family.
Gotta impress the family. Okay. Not you. Okay.
And we going Mafia or we going Fast and the Furious?
That's family. That's my family.
Slow in the snow.
I rolled a 12. It's better than a 4.
What's your total?
12.
With your strength modifier?
Yep. It was a 10 plus 2.
Oh,
I
I
mean-
can use another hero point. We can keep going.
No, I mean, you get a basic amount of wood cut before your muscles begin to get sore, and then Izzy will help you gather it up and take it inside. Your eyes there. You're a seer?
Yeah. How did you know that?
Oh, I've known a shaman or two, and not any that have those kinds of eyes, but there's an aura about you.
Is it a good one? Am I giving off good auras? I don't want to be.
It depends on how you use it, I suppose.
Yeah. Yes.
Not something that you're fond of, I take it.
I am, and just it didn't really start out great, and now I'm here, and some good things have happened, but some really, 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 really bad things have happened. But I feel flustered because this just feels like home, but it doesn't feel painful. I'm not afraid right now. And being at home, I was afraid. And here in your heart, it feels very like home, but not the bad parts.
I know that. I am happy to hear that. I know that Prelicus, being our Palvar, would love to hear that. I'm glad that we could create that kind of environment for you. And we are always going to be a safe space for you.
Thank you.
Of course.
A lot.
All right. After, I'll say about an hour or two, in which they try to hold just kind of some casual conversation, recent events and such. The door will open and Kiberly enters in. She initially misses that all of you are in there as taking off her cloak and putting on. Okay, I know that everybody's coming, so I'm here. I will do my choice. Oh, you're all here already. Hi. And she hurries up to Ahira, leans up to give you a kiss, then swiftly gives Izzy a kiss, kisses Krelicus on the cheek, and says hi to the kids, and then hi everyone. It's really good to see you.
You too.
Well, I had hoped to have time to clean up my area, but oh well. You're here now. Everybody seems like you're at home.
It's a very nice place you have. Apologies for arriving early. We got done with the things we needed to do today much earlier than anticipated.
Oh, it's no problem. I'm just glad you're here. And she'll kind of muster everybody up to the counter as Izzy begins to serve dinner. Little wooden bowls put out for everybody, serving of stew and some house ale for everybody. Except the kids. The kids get water.
What
No,
is
give
the
the kids
legal
ale.
drinking
Let's
age?
see what happens.
Pretty young.
I want to know the
not
legal
that
drinking
young.
age.
Pretty young, not that young.
But is it based on race? Like, how does that go?
Ooh, that's
That's a good
that is
question.
deeper implications than we're gonna go into in this
Oh,
particular
obviously.
stream.
If you guys want to discuss it, we have a Discord. You guys can just hop on there. We'll just hop
Yeah,
on there.
yeah,
Great.
absolutely. I do have a Parasande AMA channel in there, so if you are curious about anything about the world of Parasande, throw in that or jump into our Discord, throw in that question, and I will answer it. It helps me develop the world, and it helps you better visualize what Parasande looks like and how it operates and runs. So I was I overheard that you were awarded for your bravery. It's amazing. Oh, I wish I could have been there.
I mean, it was a little sudden and a little awkward. We got to know what was happening.
Well,
We
those are the
lose
best
that
of prizes,
breakfast?
though.
Sure, I guess.
You don't seem particularly grateful. I know that's not the word.
Grateful for the medal, the award. No, I'm very grateful. I've never received anything like this, so I don't entirely know what it all means. And everyone's been looking at us and talking about us all day, and that's very new for me. That's all. There's just a lot of newness today. Then again, there's just been a lot of newness over the last month or two of my life, which is okay. It's just a lot.
Is there, and if this is too personal, that's fine. But is there any other word from your Mei or your sister?
Nothing from Delaware. And I don't expect there will be anything from Delaware. But after I saw you and met Izzy, my sister, Honeies is her name, we had an interaction. She found me and we had an interaction. And it was not very pleasant.
Oh, well, I imagine that what's said between sisters is something best discussed in private. Unless you care to share, but
I'll kind of look around, particularly like seeing the kids, and just like, maybe we can talk about it later.
oh, of course.
Quickly changing the subject, she looks around a little frantically for a way out, and lands on Finn.
Something has changed since I last saw you. Is that? Are you a peacekeeper?
Yes, I was hired just yesterday.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you. It's
Amazing.
a lot at once.
I can imagine, but it couldn't have happened to a better person.
I think I'm up to the challenge.
Good. I know that you have a lot to offer the peacekeepers.
not particularly strong, but my wits and my studies hopefully will provide a new perspective.
Good. Owen, how's Kamsa? Turning to Archie.
She's on the mend. She's doing much better.
Good. I, when I heard that, she was injured, I was heartbroken for you. But I was also a little busy because, even though I'm a musician, I can't just stand by and let everybody do the work for me. So I went and volunteered to help where I could, which wasn't a lot of places, but
Did what you could, and that's what matters.
I think as dinner goes on, I hear continuously feeling like going back and forth between being comfortable and also still being really on edge. And just in the middle of some conversation she's having with probably one of her friends or Kiberly, who I assume is sitting near her, she kind of flings her arm and spills something and will freak out and start apologizing, jump up, just I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to, I'll clean it up, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. You just we got some towels here, and
it's wasteful, and there's some clear she's expecting to be punished.
It happens.
I'm so sorry.
Accidents happen. It's all right, hun. You can just take a breath.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Nobody's gonna be hanging you for it.
Of course not. Why would someone do that?
I don't know. Little thing. I mean, you should see this place when you're not here. The kids always getting into all kinds of messes and stuff.
I look over at the kids. What are they doing?
Their faces are practically covered in stew as they're both eating and kind of flinging little spoonfuls at each other. Krellicus is doing his best to contain the splash damage.
Oh, he's trying so hard.
Mm-hmm.
So cute.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I just, after the apologies, a hero will definitely help clean up the mess that she has made.
And you get a couple of approving glances from Izzy as you clean up your own mess, essentially. It's something that she obviously appreciates.
I don't think a hero will actually be privy to that.
And that's perfectly fine.
I don't think
that is
will.
totally on brand. Yep. After which, the dinner is collected up, and the pie that you brought along with the wine is served out to the adults. It is a Sweet Bell wine, which is local to the snowfields. It's made locally, and but this particular vintage is of very, very fine quality. And the pie is again also locally made and very fresh and lovely.
As we're all eating, a hero mentioned several times, I hope it's good.
Oh, I love it. more than Izzy here, I have a major sweet tooth, and I love sweet bells. Like if I can find them on the vine, they're just amazing. So sweet bell wine.
Amazing. Okay.
Yeah, and it's really up to personal taste whether or not everybody likes it. It's good quality stuff. It's I know that there are some people who aren't sweet tooths, but unless there's, I mean, anything big, that brings you eventually around to the evening, as the light outside dims, and Loth will actually get up and go around and light the lanterns hanging around the house.
Archie will cast light and summon his lantern.
That gets a huge reaction from the kids. And they like start trying to reach out and touch it.
I'll float it over closer to them so they can play with it, knowing that it is a magical light. It's not going to break anything.
At first they're like,
Oh, touched it. Ooh, touched it.
And the lantern just sort of like floats away and then slowly floats back to where it was.
but eventually they'll get into like this game of like grabbing it from the air and tossing it to each other like a ball. Krelicus just kind of chuckles in amusement. Oh, that's some fancy work there. Are you clergy of some kind?
No, not really. I do have conversations, if you call them that, with World Walker on rare occasion. He seems to like me enough to deem me worthy of a very small bit of ability. This is just a taste of that.
How did you come to be in his service?
Well, he came to me, actually.
Oh.
I was having a very hard time, very difficult time in my life. He saw fit to carry me through it. I am forever grateful. I've devoted a large portion of my life to his service. To get this sort of thing in exchange.
You must be rather a special person, then.
I don't think so. But obviously, some
Somebody
people
thinks
do.
so. Yeah. Okay. As the night draws on, Kiberly is making herself comfortable, like leaning into and staying very close to Ahira. Almost like huddled up, almost in your lap, throughout dinner and dessert and all the talk afterwards. Eventually she kind of leans up.
Did you have sleeping arrangements this evening?
No, I guess a bunkhouse.
Oh, well, if it's not too forward, I've got extra space in my bed.
Oh, that would be lovely. I think. Yes, that would be lovely.
Okay. Great. And your friends, we've got some bedrolls that we can put down near the hearth.
Maybe, yeah, we'll have to ask them. Is that okay with Izzy and Relicus and the kids?
Yeah.
And okay. And I'll turn to my friends and just be like, do y'all want to stay the night here? They're offering.
You're muted, I think.
The mute gods have been appeased.
Uh,
Throughout that whole conversation between Ahira and Kiberly, what was... Archie would try to figure out what Izzy's reaction is to that.
Okay. So as you know, reading people, you see a look of concern, mild concern.
Okay.
Of course, they're all welcome to stay.
And looks at the rest of you.
That's okay.
Sure. There, if you're offering, you have room, as long as we don't pose.
No imposing. You're more than welcome. Yeah. Archibald or Archie, which do you prefer?
You can call me Archie.
Perfect. Archie, would you mind helping me grab the bedrolls?
Yes, of course.
Okay. And we'll kind of like sidle aside with you to go pick up the bedrolls. I am not turning you out at all. You are more than welcome to stay. What I'm gonna say though is if Kiberly is taking Ahira to bed, there's gonna be noises. That's just a fact. Now, we're used to it. I don't know about you and your friends.
We haven't had issue with that specific noise before, but we have been sleeping in a bunkhouse for the last several weeks with all sorts of different people coming and going, and I think 3 of us have developed an ability to get some sound sleep no matter what noises are happening.
Mm-hmm. And do people usually have physical relations in the bunkhouses?
There was one time.
All right.
It was very interesting. It was actually quite funny. I think they thought they were being sneakier than they were.
As much as I would love to hear the hot goss on that. Maybe we'll save that for the morning when we get to talk about the other 2.
I'll check and make sure it's okay with Finn, Serana.
I will trust you to take that responsibility.
And she'll hand you a couple of bedrolls to take over back to the hearth, where Krelicus and Loth have been kind of clearing a kind of sleeping area.
I'll set up the bedrolls in a whatever our usual arrangement might be.
Okay. Izzy will assist Kiberly in clearing up after dinner and the dessert and talking to her in kind of a hushed tone.
Once it is just me, Finn, and Serana in the room, that is when I will talk to them.
Okay. I love how much I'm embarrassing Abby right now. Her face is so red, it's beautiful.
Ahira's probably just like standing awkwardly around asking people, can I help with anything? And I feel like she'd constantly be getting told no.
Yes.
She's kind of like standing there awkwardly like, I don't know what to do. That's right here.
Poor
Is that?
girl does not know what's coming.
Nope.
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 So Archie, you were gonna talk to the other two?
Yes. Once it's just us in the room, we're
Well,
setting
see,
up.
that's kind of the thing, is that it's very communal.
Okay.
And the bedrooms are, it's almost like a flat, like a huge studio apartment. That is, the bedrooms are segmented off by curtains.
Gotcha. In that case, I will, when there's an opportunity, I'm gonna go outside, get some air. This many people and a hearth, I'm not used to how warm it can get in here. Go cool off. Finn and Serana, do you want to come with?
Finn's like, nah.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Why?
No, it's just be like, hey, I'm going to the bathroom.
Oh, just something I wanted to talk to you
stare. Oh. Well, then say that.
As y'all leave, Ahira just gives you the most like terrified look. Of like, where are y'all going?
Don't leave me here.
Once we do get outside, all right, let's make this quick. Ahira has been freaking out all night. That's why I wanted to stay. So Izzy stopped by and told me that, essentially, this is a communal space, and they're used to certain sounds around at night. And with a new person in the hearth, you're going to be hearing those sounds. I mean, there's literally nothing but curtains between us and them. I wanted to make sure, like,
There's
give you
nothing-
fair warning.
It's nothing I haven't heard before.
Right.
I grew up in this life. That's normal.
Oh, right, of course,
Finn,
sorry.
you good?
I mean, does Ahira know what's happening?
Probably not.
Nope.
Rite of passage. Everyone has to learn somehow.
I know more and I haven't done it, so, you know. Educated. Book educated. I am book educated. I'm not real life educated.
All right. Let's not leave her alone for too long.
By the time
Ahira's
you
only been alive for like 5 years. So.
Yeah, and that goes back to the age limit again. Like you just
What does a hero old
I mean,
even mean?
she is effective.
Yeah, are you old or are you a
effectively
hero?
in her 20s. She looks like she's in her 20s. Her brain, her everything is functioning as if she's in her 20s. She just really hasn't had any experience with like
yeah.
anything. Because she's only been around for 5 years, and for most of those 5 years, she was very, very sheltered.
So, in the time that they go outside and are talking, Kiberly approaches Ahira. Do you have nightwear or anything that you like to wear?
In my bag, yeah. Things that I usually change into to sleep when we're at the bunkhouses. Because I imagine they brought like their stuff, because we don't really have a bunkhouse that we stay at.
No, yeah, you'd almost have to transport all the stuff that you have. Did you want to go change privately or?
I'm just trying to think of what she would have done at the bunkhouses. Because whatever she's done there, she'll probably just be like, I'll just do that.
It would probably have, like, changing room houses.
More or less.
Are they more, like, akin to locker rooms, though?
So yeah, there's limited privacy in like the bunkhouses and such.
What do you mean privately?
Oh, we could retire to my sleeping area, and you can change with, or you can wait, or go first. Yeah.
We can change. I can change with you, around you. That's fine.
Oh, okay.
And you see like a color rising to her cheeks.
Okay.
And she practically like drags you to her sleeping area, bag and all, and close the curtain just as the other three come in. And
all of this going over at your side. She does not know what's happening.
Serana's just gonna whisper to these two, like, lean down and like, well, if she didn't know, she's gonna find out real soon.
Let's hope it goes all right.
If it doesn't, we'll hear it. It's fine.
I'm going to focus on my research.
I don't know. It's hot in here.
It's getting hot in here, so take off all your. Very apropos. All right. Well, everybody's gonna settle down for the evening, and Kiberly is going to attempt to take Ahira to bed. Maybe give her a little bit more life experience. But we will.
I think Ahira will allow that to happen.
Yes, of course. It is all about consent,
know.
of course. Yeah.
She does not quite understand what's happening for a long while leading up to the actual act, and then
understanding that, Kiberly is going to try and walk you through it, and at the same time asking consent along the way, because, you know, consent is awesome.
I think Ahira will end up accepting that, and it will go however well it would go.
Yeah. We'll do some rolls. but we're gonna do it on break. And we're gonna take a quick break. We'll take about a 10-minute break and come back. Sometime a little time after the quarter of the hour. So very close to 10 of the hour. All right. Well, thank you everybody who's stuck around and enjoyed this very awkward, but very lovely meeting at Kiberly's house. It's we'll call it the Dove House. It is. This has been a lot of just really cute, enjoyable moments, and I am so here for it. But yes, we will come back in about 10 minutes, and we will see you then. Thank you, everybody. And welcome back, adventurers and explorers, to our episode of the Facite Stories from Parasande. The night... the noises in the night are interesting. I'm going to say that the three of you are privy, so Archie, Serana, and Finn are privy to what sounds like a very muffled, very low-key slapstick comedy. Lots of fumbling, lots of mumbled apologies and check-ins and stuff like that. Eventually there is some noises of pleasure and otherwise, and, but most of it is only from Kiberly. Then eventually everything will go quiet. The house will fall into silence as far as, what is it? About half dozen or more adults sleeping in the same relative area. And the low flickering, popping of the hearth flame. In the morning, before the dawn breaks, Krelicus rises and comes out of the shared sleeping space with Izzy and begins to stoke up the fire, build it back up. And once that's accomplished, he kind of sits next to it, sipping a kind of a morning coffee, as that's been brewing.
Serana will be was planning on laying close to the fire, so she's just gonna kind of slowly pop up, good morning. Hi.
Good morning.
Where did you find is there more coffee?
He reaches out with a kind of a poker almost and unhooks the kettle that's hanging over the fire and sets it down on the edge of the hearth near you. Slides a cup to you. Go,
Thanks.
please. Serve yourself. There's plenty.
She'll pour herself a cup. And kind of sit up. So, sorry I was weird yesterday. That was odd. I'm odd. I grew up in this type of environment, and it's just very nice to be around it, and I really appreciate the peacefulness and lack of, I don't want to say hostility. I didn't grow up around hostility, but negativity. Very refreshing.
I get the sense that though you had a communal upbringing, that it was stagnant, stifling,
How do you think
toxic
I ended up
even?
here? Yeah. I saw something and people didn't agree with me or like it or think it was real. And I knew that was wrong. So I had to find out for myself. That's why I'm here.
I can't say for other cultures outside of the snowfields, as I don't have any experience with them. But here, especially in my home, everybody has a voice. It is unique, and it is special, and it is valued. When you sit at my hearth, your voice matters. And I hope that you will find that here, find that at another hearth. I think you're likely to.
I always thought that to be a part of someone else's hearth, you had to be born into it or loved into it. And I don't know, I've understood that love is different things, but it's just really hard to
Love.
imagine.
Yeah,
Other
love is
types.
many different things, certainly. You have romantic love, like our hopefully blissful couple in the corner there. You have familial love, like me and my kids, who were, yes, born to this hearth. And you have non-romantic, platonic isn't really the word, but casual, friendship love. That's what I have with Loth. And Loth is a member of our hearth, though they have no romantic ties to anyone here. They were just heartless. It was something that we could offer. And should you wish it. Maybe we can find a place for you here too.
And she's just gonna go red in the face and just sip her coffee like, it's just in her head, just like, I got a new patron, and now possibly a new family. What is happening? What is happening to me? What is happening to me? And she sit there, just slowly sip her coffee, internally screaming. That would be so nice. You don't have to do that. I would love that. I would love that. I don't know where I don't know where we're gonna go from here. We have so many things we have to do, and I still technically need to go home. Well, I forgot. Home's coming to me. That'll be fun.
And I mean this not as any kind of in any kind of negative manner, but you seem to have a dialogue with yourself out loud.
Is that not normal?
It's totally special about you.
Thanks, I guess.
I smell
embarrassed
coffee.
about? Ah.
Oh,
yes.
hey.
Yeah. Hi.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Here, take some coffee. She's just gonna force it into his hands. Sorry.
It's all right. Don't worry about it.
How'd you sleep?
Actually, really well.
That's good.
How about you?
Can't complain. I didn't see anything, if that's what you're asking.
Izzy is going to come out as well, take a cup of coffee, kiss Krelicus, and join the morning conversation before she prepares to go out and work. Kiberly will ease herself out of the sleeping area. I don't know that she knows how you sleep, Ahira, so how aware you are of her, like, creeping out, that's up to you. But she gets dressed and heads out.
Morning, everyone.
Archie hides a smile behind his cup of coffee.
And
So Ronan nudges him.
Morning.
grabs a cup of coffee as Krelicus begins putting some of the leftover food from the previous night on the fire to warm it up for breakfast.
I think Finn at some point, probably reading her notes into the morning, wakes up, like clutching her journal, slowly like rolls over and like opens it, and just kind of is responding and like nods at this point.
At one point when you like lower the book, Aaron is like laying right behind your book, just kind of staring at you.
Hi.
What's that?
This is my journal.
Wait, what's it journal?
I keep a written record of my day, things I've learned.
Oh. Is your head broken?
I'm sorry?
Why do you have to write stuff in the journals? It like the things you learned, and if you have to write it down, is it but your head's broken? And you can't keep it in?
Oh, it's not for me exactly. It's I'm a scholar, so I tell people what I've learned.
Oh. Well, why don't you just tell them?
Well, I've been gone for a month, so I make sure I send letters.
Oh. Okay.
I think she'll flip to, like, she doesn't draw often. But I guess if she's drawn like a sketch of, I don't know, maybe George. Oh, like maybe turn it around and show pictures.
Ooh. Not a spider. I saw a spider just the other day. It was hiding behind the bed. It was like this big.
Oh.
Of course, you know, his hands being like really tiny, you know.
Would you believe it if I said that this one's about as tall as I am?
Important question right now.
Okay.
Where's George?
Where is George?
Where is George?
Why is
Where
George?
in the world is George T. Bolt? Where is he?
Ahira, where's George?
Ooh, classic. We forgot our pet.
Oh no. Heaven!
Okay,
This is
Ahira
all
would.
George.
Kiberly knows about George, but no one else knows about George.
Yes, correct.
And he can survive in the snow, right?
Yeah.
'Cause he's a light spitter, you said. I imagine we would have, like, brought him with us, but then, like, told him to kind of just hide out around here.
Mhm.
So he's probably making himself safe, like, around the area so he doesn't get, like, harmed.
Sure.
But is near us.
Okay. That'd be really bit spider.
He's nice though.
Oh, cause it's not gonna gobble me.
No, they don't. They eat bugs, and I don't know what light spinners eat. That's a good question.
Wait, Mom calls me bug all the time.
Oh no. like insects.
Spider! Like,
No!
rush off.
Oopsies.
And
She
at
just
this
looks up
point, Ahira will awaken and
Okay.
come out. After that altercation.
Kiberly will acknowledge your entrance into, give you like a peck on the cheek. Morning.
morning.
Did you sleep okay?
How did you sleep?
I slept fine, thanks.
Is there anything like, it feels like this is more awkward than Akira is used to with Kiberly.
Kiberly is definitely not as enthusiastic as she usually is.
But does Akira notice?
No.
Yeah, probably not. Unless Kiberly says something outright.
But do we notice?
I'm sure y'all notice.
Archie and Finn definitely notice.
I don't. Why am I not noticing?
I just did some rolls and yeah.
Fine. I don't notice anything.
I will go to sit beside Kiberly if there's space.
Yeah. And she'll like she doesn't like rebuff you or anything.
Does she move away at all?
No.
Okay.
No. Again, she's not like rebuffing you, but her responses are muted.
Okay.
Yeah. Finn, as you go back to reading your journal, you're reading over some passages that you've previously written and I don't know, making a note or two as you need to. But as you're reading, some of the words seem to rearrange themselves, and you lose their meaning momentarily. And it just happens randomly. There's no specific pattern to it. But yeah, makes you have to blink a couple of times to get it to stop.
Maybe I need a cup of coffee.
There's plenty to go around.
She'll slowly pull herself off the floor and onto an open seat, still clutching her journal.
Okay.
Archie will make, now that everybody's out of this hour sleeping area, Archie will go over there and start tidying up.
So do you all have plans today? I admit that I don't know what Delvers do specifically.
Well, right now, nothing. Delve operations have halted for the foreseeable future.
That's because of the explosions, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, it my heart goes out to those who lost their lives and livelihoods. They're definitely lucky to have had you all there to save some of them.
We did what we could.
Can I roll perception on Krellicus real quick? I don't know.
Feel like he knows
Feeling
something.
some type of way. He knows something.
What are you looking for specifically? Like,
I I want to. I feel like he knows something about the attacks. I don't.
Okay.
I feel like he has some knowledge. I don't know if he participated, but I feel like he knows something.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me a roll. Perception.
That is a natural one. I know nothing. Nothing. I just stare at him like this.
World.
It was just like an intrusive thought that just flits away just as quickly as it came.
She's just gonna sit there and stare at him over her coffee, just. Okay. And just go back to just drinking it.
Well, we're trying to do what we can. We're not a whole lot of help. Any hands are help and underway right now. But we find that we might be most useful trying to find out who might have done it. Have some connections that may or may not pan out, but I think that's what we're going to work on.
I hope those pan out and are fruitful. Of course, you're welcome to come back as often as you need to. I will have the kids lunch probably about midday or so. You're again more than welcome.
Keep you in mind.
Very good.
I will
Kiberly...
turn to.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
I will turn to Kiberly and just. When can I see you again? When would you like to see each other again?
No, I mean, as Karlika said, you're welcome here anytime, and we should consider maybe getting some drinks or something after one of my performances.
Okay.
Kind of like drifts off for a moment, staring into the hearth. And anybody who like there just sees like all these like wheels turning.
Is there a particular day you would like to do that?
Oh, anytime, I suppose. I love your company, and I really, really appreciated being able to spend the night with you. And yeah.
Okay. And there's not really a good way to contact you, is there?
So I have a particular route that I follow.
Okay.
So if you just know where I'm usually at certain times of the day, yeah.
Right. She'll like pull out a piece of paper or something, or a little notebook that she has, and like, can you write it down?
Oh, of course.
And she'll write it down for you. The Mulberry Inn ? From 11 to first afternoon bell, and then she just makes a whole list
for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will put it away. And I'll thank her and then put it away afterwards.
Of course.
Well, I think it's about time head out. I don't want to overstay our welcome. Thank you for the invitation lunch. We'll keep you in mind and stop by if we're in the area that time. I'm not sure where our day is going to take us.
Of course. As I said, you're always welcome.
Thank you for your hospitality.
It's been my pleasure. A pleasure to meet all of you. You have all been fine guests.
Thank you kindly. It's been lovely.
Thank you. If there's nothing else, please feel free to leave as you will.
Finn is
Serrano will
probably the
be last
first.
one to like. Serrano will be the last one to go. She's like
Okay.
awkwardly stand around.
Is there anything you need?
No, I don't know. I haven't felt this at peace with things in a really long time. And I'm afraid if I leave that it'll just go away.
Oh. In a world as chaotic and unpredictable as ours, it can seem that peace and comfort are fleeting. But as long as I have control over it, this place will always be a place of peace and comfort. And it is a place for you. So, fret not. That when you walk out that door, it'll still be here.
And she's just gonna awkwardly hug him. Just very tightly. And just let a couple tears out and not like let him see, but just like hug him and be like, thank you. Thank you. This is good. This is good. I like this. This is good. Okay. I'll see you
here.
at some point.
If this will help. And he turns to a drawer off to the side and pulls it open. And, he looks back at you. Do you have a Zell? He raises his wrist, and you see the wrappings of leather cord with little charms and.
No?
Okay. And he reaches back into the drawer, pulls out a length of leather cord, and he comes over and ceremoniously wraps the cord around your wrist. And before he ties off the ends, he slips a charm onto it. It's a little green dove. And he ties it off. This is the home or the symbol of our hearth. It marks you as one of ours. So you can hold on to hope that we will be here when you need us.
Thank you.
Of course.
I'll be home soon at some point, I'm sure.
But of course. And he holds out a second charm. Make sure Ahira gets this. I'm sure Kiberly forgot.
What is it? Is it the same kind as
Yeah.
that I
Yeah.
have? Oh. Okay. Okay. I'll go. I will. I promise.
Thank you.
Okay. And she's just gonna like turn and.
So I do think Ahira wouldn't have left until she would have been like, like waiting to see what Kiberly would do, like waiting expectantly for like a kiss, because that tends to be how they've been like greeting each other and how they've left each other.
Oh, sure.
Does
Kiberly,
Kiberly kiss her?
yeah, Kiberly would, lean up and give you a kiss. Though, those experienced in the field would be able to tell that it wasn't as passionate a kiss.
Because I've kissed Kiberly before,
Mhm.
would I be able to notice a difference?
Yes.
Okay. Then yeah, as soon as that happens, Ahira will kind of quickly scurry out, following the other two to let Serana have her moment.
Okay.
George! George! Where are you?
There is a small explosion of snow as George emerges from like this little pocket in the ground that he had dug out and settled himself into. And he shakes all the snow and dirt loose.
Good boy. Great hiding spot.
He skitters over.
I'll give him the obligatory scritches.
All right.
Hey.
Ahira will like walk straight over to George and just kind of start petting him.
He leans up into all the scritches and pets and makes cute little chittering sounds.
Archie will glance over at Ahira, seeing the look on her face.
What do you want to do today, Ahira?
What do I want to do?
Yeah. I figured we gotta start looking in earnest, using our new connections to find out what happened for those explosions.
Yeah, right.
Do you have any ideas?
Oh, well, she's clearly distracted. uh, do we have any new leads?
Well, I had some thoughts. We haven't checked out the hideout, the Gipti only hideout. Had one stop there. It might be good to see if we can get eyes on it. That's all I got.
Well, then I think we should do that and try and make some progress on figuring something out.
Idea.
It was more your idea than mine.
No, it was our idea. I mean, we're all in this together. Still working on it. Can't do it without your help.
I guess.
I just feel safer knowing you have my back.
Of course, always. She'll kind of touch her needle speed.
Eventually,
So Ronald,
running out. Yeah.
just hey, you forgot something. And she'll just hand the little charm to a hero.
I don't
I got
know
one.
what this is.
Look, it's their family symbol. You know, they like adopted me as a child. I think that's definitely what that was. Totally what that was. Mm-hmm.
And you said I forgot it?
Here,
Well,
let me
I think-
see if I can, and I'll get a leather cord out and do the same ceremonial wrapping that I've had happen to me, and Serana's had happen to her now, to start the hero's charm bracelet, charm cord.
I don't think you forgot it. I think that it was forgotten to give to you because it was in a little drawer somewhere. I don't know.
Who gave it to you to give to me?
Krelicus? He gave me this one.
And why did he give you this one for me?
Means you're always welcome here.
Yep.
Okay.
You seem worried.
I don't think Kiberly enjoyed our night together.
Do you want to talk about it?
I don't. Maybe. I don't really.
You don't have to. It just stuff like that is, as I've heard, because I have not experienced it myself, it can be complicated.
I don't think it's so much that it. I can't really feel things. Like when we
That
eat
does
and drink together, it's lovely and I enjoy that time with y'all, but I don't understand people lacking food or drink. It's all kind of the same. And I know that I shouldn't be near fire, but it doesn't really hurt. And getting too cold, I know I shouldn't do that either, but again, it doesn't really hurt. And so I feel very real emotions, but the other stuff, I'm alive, but I'm not totally.
I get what you're saying. that
Yeah.
does put a little bit of a damper on those things.
I think it'd be nice to be mortal. And I'm not. And I don't think Kimberly necessarily knew that. And so I don't think she enjoyed our night together. So I don't know where that leaves us. But she and I.
Well, you have the charm, so that means you could totally go back and like talk to her.
Yes,
And you're
but
welcome in their home.
yes, I know, but she didn't give me the charm.
No, she didn't. Wait, is that significant? Is that significant? Is that weird? Why did I get a charm? This is confusing. Okay, no, I'm not gonna think about that. Okay, I mean, what do you wanna do? What do you wanna do?
We were just talking about that, and we think we should follow pursue the one lead we have on the Gipties, on the secret society thing.
Know if it's wise to take me with you. And this whole
Probably
time,
not.
she's like cleaning her glasses and like doing one of these.
Mm-hmm.
Probably specifically on the page about like the theft. Probably scribbled the names out.
Hmm.
I guess I could take my cloak off.
Before we do anything, I think we need to consolidate our information problems that we've taken it upon ourselves to start looking at. The first one, obviously, is the Everflame and the Golem. Can attempt to track down the control rod. Don't really have anywhere to start there, not without being closer into Smiley's graces, or getting more trust from Sir Frost, or hearing from Simon, supposedly looking for now.
We're looking for information about the golem.
Yes.
Or, yes. And he said once he had something, he would come find us, and then we could consolidate information that we had. Because I did tell him that we were going to try and look for it. And I think that that's very true, that we have tried to look for it. I just think that we don't have the resources to have that information.
That is what the Threadchasers are for. Going to get these resources together so that we get the information that we need. But you're right. If Simon's going to come find us, there's not really a whole lot more we can, at least not down that road. We can continue investigating the explosion, the attack on the Delver's Nest and the hospital. I don't know what more we can do there either. Been to every crime scene, investigated it as much as we can, and we've shared what we know, or what we think, with Peacekeeper.
Forgot to tell you something.
Alright.
She's just pale in the face. The eyewitness saw Rhett with a book, and there's no way to prove that it's the book that was stolen. But if, let's just say, someone stole the book for Rhett, what side is Rhett on?
Not ours. What's that?
To get executed?
Sorry, you were breaking up there.
Are we going to get executed?
No, we're not going to be executed.
I
There
hope
is
not.
no risk of that anymore. Not with these. And I'll pull out the medal that we were awarded.
I've been scouring my notes all night and all morning. Do we come clean?
Peacekeeper Callum made it very clear that he was not willing to work broke the law. We're very clear and very, actually, that clear. Said from here on out, not break the law.
Which is not a lot.
It is not. Have not since broken the law, since making that promise to him.
A whole day ago.
Yes, all 24 hours of it.
24 hours with no shenanigans.
New
That's
record for
impressive
us.
for us.
So, I don't think he suspects us. I think he will appreciate it when we do come clean. But if we do, there is a risk he'll break off his protection. I don't think we can afford that. So, my suggestion is we keep to our word. Don't break any more laws. We don't do anything outright illegal. And we hope he doesn't find out who stole the gunpowder.
I had an entire defense plan. I was going to take the fall. But if we don't have to do that, that's good. What do we do about Smiley then? And if he might be friendly with Rhett, then we have to be prepared for that. I've done a lot of thinking.
Smiley can be swayed once we have enough money. Right now, we don't have that. But if we can pay Smiley, we can get him in our pocket as well. I don't think he has any allegiance to Gipti terrorists.
Bribery is not encouraged, but
Once we have bribing money, we can discuss what we might be able to do this weekend. But until then, it's a moot. The last thing.
Oh, we need to get money.
Yes. We find treasure, sell it. Someone pays us a bunch of gold for some service, then we can start talking about bribes for Smiley. Last thing, I don't know, this one has been making me nervous, but the sleeper. Right now, you're the only ones who know about it. No, we told Cal about it too.
no, he doesn't know anything about anything that's not relevant to him.
And it's just us. And we're very lucky that the delve operations have ceased. Because the sleeper's down there. It's way more worse than anything else.
But doesn't that mean everyone's in danger because it's going to be trying to get out?
Not yet, they're not. Will be.
Nemesis knows. I mean, Ani.
Ani does know. I don't really know how to contact her, but I could try.
Maybe. I think our easiest path forward right now is to find more info about the sleeper. What is it? What does it want?
It's a good idea. Gives us some information, and if I happen to run into Ani, I will see if she'll tell me anything.
I think you can tell her about Threadchasers. I don't know what she wants, but if we can offer her something she thinks is valuable, might be willing to offer us more in exchange.
I don't know what she wants. We'll see. I will, if she shows up again, I will certainly let y'all know. She seems to, I might have to go out off on my own for a little bit to see if she'll show up again. Because that's how she showed up the first time. We'll see.
So what do we do? Hey.
Is there like a library or something where we could look at, try and find some books that could be about the sleeper?
My only thoughts would be the Heritage Museum, which is closed now. Left. Maybe Collector Hessedin might know something or have something.
We could ask him.
So,
Okay.
get to go see him anyway.
Perhaps he wouldn't mind letting us into his office if it's unlocked. Something more on the occult side. Perhaps.
Given what we saw, a skeletal dragon powered by black lightning underneath a rift in tear and space, and yeah, pretty occult. Okay, to the headquarters then. Delve Master. His title and name I will never remember.
You talking about the dock?
Yes. Because that's where the collector's staying.
Oh, are you talking about the curator of the
Oh, right. He's staying with the
cultural center?
curator of the
Yep.
museum. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
To the
Not
curator.
Rocky. Rock something.
Oh yeah, I don't remember his name. I just know that he was not a huge fan of us.
Drummond?
Yep, Drummond. Mm-hmm.
Too many cooks.
Too many cooks.
Too many cooks. I got your reference, Dennis. I got
Thank
it.
you. Thank you. This is an old one.
It's one of the most disturbing things I've ever seen in my life. But yeah, I got it.
The trip.
All right then. I think that's a good place to stop for this evening. And we will pick up on your visit to the collector's house next time. Absolutely. I think that we will also be hitting a point of some downtime. So you'll be able to kind of give me ideas about what you want to use the downtime for, how much downtime you want to use. Like you could use it to develop this, the Threadchasers, the the network that you have, seeking out information, or even exploring to see if you can make some money. So all of that is going to be completely within the range of possibility. And we will find out next week what that all entails. Most certainly. Thank you all for this very touching and beautiful little session where we got to meet the Dove family and add a few new members to it. And yeah, it was beautiful. Like, very touching. I loved it. How about you all?
Yes, absolutely.
I
100.
cried a few times. I was surprised.
I don't think I've ever had like played or run a game with this much romance in it, so this is entirely new to me, and I'm loving every second of it.
Oh, well, good. I would hate for anybody to be, like, bored. I will say.
That is not a word I would ever use to
Never.
describe the facet.
Ever.
Well, good. I like that.
Never.
Good. Fantastic. Well, I can't wait to see what else comes from your relationships with this information seeking that you got. And we're getting some great responses from our chat. Thank you, Stouffer and Vampire Bites, for your constant input, as well as Lillian Rose. I think you were in there as well. So thank you so much. Yeah, we really appreciate our viewers. Thank you for sticking with us and enjoying this show that we put on for you. We will have 2 more weeks of episodes, but then we are going to take a break on the 3rd, July 3rd, because that is my wife's birthday, and or at least birthday weekend, and I am going to spend it with her. So we will not be available that week. But,
Birthdays are a week-long thing.
Yeah, absolutely. But until then, we have some awesome offerings coming up, including Ravenwood. We had our premiere last week. It went phenomenally. It was Abby's first time running a game, and she just did so well. The cast, they were all fantastic. I just got to sit there and do tech and enjoy the show, really. We even had a special guest kind of drop in. It was Zach Tuttle Robb from Ghostlight Media, who just finished up a Monster Hearts 2 podcast. Yeah, it was really nice and dropped in and got to see some of the show. So that I thought that was just really kind of cool. Making those bridges and connecting with people. Yeah, see, Abby, you're getting glowing reviews. It was fantastic. So we will have another episode this week, and we will keep you up to date on future episodes as well. Beyond that, I believe also we have sagas coming up from Dennis's side of things. I'm going to be running a Horizon Zero Dawn adventure or using the Saga system, which is going to be a lot of fun. And I think we're going to do it right here too.
Yes.
So that'll be awesome. Absolutely. I'm looking forward to that. Beyond that, we got to find out what we're going to do for our Tabletop Tuesday next week. And in the meantime, yeah, that's really all I've got. I have been your humble game mistress, Winter, a aspiring voice actress, writer, and all-around TTRPG hobbyist. You can find me at gmistresswinter on Twitter and Instagram. how about you all? What do you got going on? And sign off for tonight. Abby.
Hi everyone, I'm Abby Marie Carter. I played Ahira tonight. I am an LA-based aspiring actor and all-around huge nerd. So I play a lot of TTRPGs in my free time. I'm here every Monday playing Ahira. And then, yes, last week I started MCing, as it's called in Monster Hearts, Ravenwood. We'll have another episode this week at a slightly different time to accommodate one of our players. It'll be an hour earlier. So I think if I can get the times correctly, it should be 7:30 p.m. EST, 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then we should also have an episode next week, and then we will be off for 2 weeks because I will be at a family reunion in Kentucky and I will not have reliable internet service at all. So, and then when I come back, hopefully I'll actually get on a normal schedule of doing every other week. We will see though. But if you are interested in Monster Hearts, or a campaign set in a college, it's very gothic horror, murder mystery, just very more grim and mature setting. If you're interested in that, I have a wonderful cast. Winter is amazing and runs tech for me. Please check it out on Thursdays. I think the VOD is on our Twitch and will eventually be on the YouTube if it is not already.
It is not yet, but it is on my to-do list.
Other than that, I will be participating in Asaga's, I think, 3-session campaign in July.
I think we have one that's 3 long.
Yes. It's going to be a grim Victorian fantasy setting, and I'm very excited for that because that's kind of what I'm into. So I will be doing that in July, I think starting July 15th, if I remember the date correctly.
I'll look it up quick. Yes.
Yes, so I'll be doing that, so you can look forward if you want to see me doing that. I'll be doing that. As for other things I've done, I have been on a few of the Tabletop Tuesdays. And if you would like to see me play in a Monster Hearts campaign, I was in a Monster Hearts campaign with Winter and Joe over on Heroes and Hooligans called Graffitied Hearts. If you'd like to watch it, you can go to YouTube and look up Graffitied Hearts, or go to Heroes and Hooligans and probably find it somewhere there. If you want to contact me, I'm on Instagram at Abby_Marie_Carter, and I'm in Mistress Winter's Court's Discord at Abby Marie Carter. I love talking to people, so if you ever want to chat about anything, I'm always happy to make new friends. Yeah, that's me. Thanks for sticking around.
Thank you so much, Abby. We're gonna come back to you, Dennis. Joe.
Hi, I'm Joe, and I get emotional, beautifully traumatized almost every episode. In the best way. I asked for this. I wanted this.
I have a trauma kink.
I have a trauma kink. I played Serana tonight, and in the chat I'm MojoJojo624. On Discord, I'm Jojo. You can call me Jojo, whatever you want. But I am here on Mondays, and the other campaign that I'm in currently on hiatus. That's on a different channel, on Spells of Storycraft. Not sure when we're coming back yet, but it's gonna be really lit. It's gonna be really lit. I'm very excited. I play a barbarian wizard, which is a thing. Shouldn't be a thing, but she's a thing. So yeah, no, I do that. I'm in the Discord a lot. If you want to talk about the legal drinking age of characters in D&D,
in snowfields, yeah.
In the snowfields specifically, please go to our Discord. I would love to have discourse with you in our Discord.
Yeah, I would love to see all of that. Yes, please.
That's me.
Awesome. Thank you so much. How about you, Joey?
I'm Joey. I play Finn consistently on Monday nights. I play Flynn, a ranger monk alongside Joe's character in Starbottled. So Flynn hangs in the balance until season 2. I do art and cosplay here and there. I don't finish my projects, but if I finish anything, it'll be on TikTok and Twitter under Prince Perry Pastille. Who knows? Maybe I'll feel inspired for once. So, yeah. That's it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Joey. And last but not least, the almighty Dennis.
Almighty. Wow. All right. With great power comes great confusion. I have a lot. I have so much going on, guys. So to sum it up as concisely as possible, I've, as you all know, I designed Sagas with help from Winter and a couple others. Sagas is a new rules-light tabletop game. The Sagas stands for Setting and Genre Agnostic System, because we all nerds love acronyms, I've discovered. So basically, you can play it in any setting, any genre, and it is excellent at... we tried to make it excellent at being able to create any character as well. So instead of D&D or Pathfinder where you choose race and class and you stick with those as you level up, in Sagas you basically mix and match individual abilities from all of those races and classes and mash them up into one character. I did the calculation, and I think with our current version that will be released on the 30th, level 1 has 500 billion different builds, just because of how math works, and level 2 goes upwards of 3 quadrillion. It's a lot. So when I say any character, I actually mean any character. There are also guidelines for creating your own abilities that aren't included in the rules. The streamers that we're going to be working with for all of the streams that I'm doing in July and August are all really into it. They've already started creating their own stuff, talking about characters. We've got 10 vastly different settings set up for all of these streams. I'm very excited to finally be able to present it it will be July 30th. The beta playtest will go public, and our first playtest actually streamed will be literally the next day. We will be playing it'll be on my channel, it'll be on July 1st, and we're still working out the kinks of what the characters are going to be and what the setting is going to be exactly, but the cast, I stole a few cast members from the Play Dicely channel, and I'm super excited to work with them. So that is what I have going on. Back to you, Winter.
Wonderful. Thank you, everybody. I hope that you, our viewers, will come out and support our cast in their various ventures. And who knows, maybe you'll find projects that you want to be involved in, people that you want to work with, or just want to play with. So, yeah, get out there, support our team. And yeah, we love you. Thank you again. We will see you next week for another Monday Reclamation as we return to the Facite stories from Parasande. Have a good night, have a good week, and a good weekend. We'll see you then.